Hello everyone and welcome to the WCG for match 1 of the 2023 Australia Day T20 Big Bash, which sees last year's Grand Finalists NIFF NUFFS begin their campaign against the 2021 champions Young Money Cash Money to get us underway in Group A. These two sides meet for a third successive tournament, and they meet at this stage of the tournament for the second time in as many years. As we take a look at Group A for this year's tournament, the NIFF NUFFS, Young Money Cash Money and the WCG Babes are grouped together as they were last year, so they would know each other pretty well by now. The captains are in the middle and ready for the toss. Alright, lowest ranked side is Young Money Cash Money, you'll call. Hills or flats?
Hills.
It's a flat.
Go back.
So it's the NIFF NUFFS skipper Henry Perenara who wins the toss, and he is elected to bat first. As we take a look at his side for this year's tournament, and there's one notable change from the side that made it to last year's grand final. Henry Perenara will captain the side once again. Todd Lavin will feature for the NIFF NUFFS once again. And the big news is Joel Wodgick is unavailable for today's tournament. So Wyatt Raymond makes his full WCG debut in this year's tournament. As we take a look at Young Money Cash Money side, they also go into this tournament with one change. Skipper Rabiel Basher is unavailable for today's tournament, so Pat McGregor makes his first appearance at an Australia Day T20 Big Bash in some 4 years and will captain the side here today. He'll be joined by Ryan Schaefer and Sean Cook as they look to better their quarterfinal finish from last year's tournament. And just before we get underway, we'd like to thank our major partner for this year's tournament, Better Beer, who have been fantastic since jumping on board. It's always a day for it at the WCG. So it's time to get the group stage proper underway. It's a blockbuster to kick us off. It's the NIFF NUFFS taking on Young Money Cash Money. Let's go. So it will be the skipper Henry Perenara who will get this innings underway for the NIFF NUFFS. Had a pretty good tournament in last year's edition, and with the absence of Joel Wodgick for this year's tournament, he'll need to stand up big time. So it's going to be Pat McGregor who'll bowl the first over of this innings. He's around the wicket to Perenara. Here he's in now and he begins with an absolute shocker. That is a loosener to end all looseners. It's not the greatest of returns to the Australia Day T20 Big Bash for Paddy McGregor. So not the greatest of starts with the ball here from the Young Money Cash Money skipper. As in once again to Perenara, and this one's a full toss, and Perenara hammers this down the ground for the game's first boundary. That's a gift served up from McGregor, and it's punished. So they're underway here at the NIFF NUFFS for this year's tournament. As McGregor will continue again now to Perenara, and this one's played down the ground but stopped well off his own bowling there from the big man, who gets down well to his left. So we mentioned that these two have met in the last 3 tournaments. Currently the record head-to-head is 1 each. As McGregor will continue again now to Perenara, and this one, I think he gets an inside edge onto his body, and he's going to move through for a single. Young Money Cash Money winning the pair's first meeting in the quarterfinal stage on their way to the 2021 title, with the NIFF NUFFS extracting some sort of revenge, beating him in the group stages last year. So these two sides know each other well. As McGregor continues around the wicket here to Perenara, and Perenara slaps this on the offside for his second boundary. Short and wide from McGregor, and it's been put away. So McGregor is in for the final ball of the opening over. Here he's in now, this one's a full toss, and he gets a thick inside edge, does Perenara to end with, as he moves through for a single. No wicket for 11 after 1. It's going to be Sean Cook to bowl the second over of the innings. Here he's in now over the wicket here to Perenara, and this one's a short delivery, and Perenara has pulled this on the leg side, and it's gone all the way for a maximum. Perenara off to a fly in this Group A opener, as he moves along to 16. So a good start to the tournament again here for the NIFF NUFFS skipper. As Cook will continue again now to Perenara, and this one's cut away on the offside this time, and it's another boundary. Perenara moves into the 20s, and Young Money Cash Money under some serious pressure here. So the men in pink, no wicket for 21. As Cook will continue again now to Perenara, and this one hits Perenara, I think, on the body, and he's going to move through for a leg bye. So 22 without loss here, the NIFF NUFFS into the second over. They're off to a fly here in this Group A opener. Perinara looks determined to erase the memories of last year's grand final defeat as he's begun this tournament with a bang. As Cook will continue over the wicket to him now. This one's a full delivery, driven back down the ground, and I think he initially stops at Cook, but he can't stop it from rebounding into the boundary. Perinara on fire here in match 1, 26 without loss. So Cook is in for the final ball of the second over. He's in now to Perinara, and it's a full delivery, and Perinara hits the bin, and it saves another certain boundary. The NIFF NUFFS 26 without loss. It's going to be Ryan Schaefer to bowl a random wicket here for the third over. He's in now, and it's actually not a bad delivery, but Perinara is in some sort of form here as he rocks back on the back foot and cuts this away through point for another maximum. Perinara has moved along to 30. As Schaefer will continue around the wicket here to him now, and this one's a full toss, but it slides down the leg side, and that one will have to be re-bowled. So the NIFF NUFFS move along to 33 without loss, and this looks like it's going to be a stern chase to begin the tournament here for Young Money, Cash Money. As Schaefer's in once again to Perinara, it's another full toss, and he gets a leading edge as it sails all the way for 6. He was almost apologetic there, was Perinara, but they all count. No wicket for 39. So we arrive at the final ball of the third over. Here is Schaefer's in around the wicket, and this one's short and wide, and it's been hammered on the offside for a third maximum in the over. 19 off the Schaefer over. Perinara into the 40s. It's 45 without loss. So it's going to be Sean Cook to bowl the final over of the innings. Here is in now to Perinara, and this one hits Perinara in the midriff, and he moves through for a leg bye. So brilliant stuff this from the NIFF NUFFS skipper. He's 42 not out, and the NIFF NUFFS just one blow away from reaching the 50 mark. And this is going to be a stern chase here for the 2021 champs. As Cook will continue again now to Perinara, who plays this absolutely towards McGregor, who takes the catch. So finally, the men in black get their man. Perinara has to go for a brilliant 42. The NIFF NUFFS 1 for 46 with 3 balls remaining. And a brilliant captain's knock from Henry Perinara comes to an end on 42. So 3 deliveries remaining here in the NIFF NUFFS innings. And that wicket now brings the debutant Wyatt Raymond to the crease at number 2. Can he get a few blows away to the boundary and push his side beyond that 50 mark? So it's going to be Sean Cook to continue to Raymond for his first delivery, and very watchful first up as he's happy enough to let this one go outside the off stump. So the NIFF NUFFS 1 for 46 with 2 deliveries remaining in the innings. Here's Cook will continue again now to Raymond, and this one's a full delivery, and it's a swing and a miss here from Raymond, who nearly swung himself off his own feet. So a good little fight back here towards the end of the innings here for Young Money, Cash Money as we arrive at the final delivery of the innings. Can they keep the NIFF NUFFS below that 50 mark? It's Cook to Raymond, and he plays this down the ground, and the answer is no, they cannot. The NIFF NUFFS finish with a boundary. Raymond scores his first runs of the WCG, and the NIFF NUFFS crack 50. So the NIFF NUFFS have begun their tournament with a bang. They have posted 1 for 50 after their 20 deliveries, thanks largely to their skipper Henry Perinara, who finished with 42. Sean Cook picking up the solitary wicket for the 2021 champs, and it's 51 to get for Young Money, Cash Money if they're going to get their tournament off to a winning start. And it will be that man, Ryan Schaefer, who will get this run chase underway for the men in black. Was the leading run scorer in his side's 2021 title campaign. Can he get them off to the start they need in this run chase? So it's 51 to get here for Young Money, Cash Money. And it's going to be Wyatt Raymond to bowl first up. Here he's in now. This one's a full delivery, and it's a play miss there from Schaefer. So it's a good start with the ball there for Raymond, as you have to do pretty well to beat the bat of Schaefer. So a dot ball to begin with here for the NIFF NUFFS. As Raymond's in once again. This one's a full toss, and it's played away to Todd Lavin there in mid-wicket, who makes a stop. So he'll be disappointed with that one, Schaefer. Yeah, it was touch and go for a no-ball call as well, but it goes the NIFF NUFFS way on this occasion. Schaefer underway. So Young Money, Cash Money underway for the run chase, as Raymond will continue around the wicket here to Schaefer. Here, this one's a full delivery. Oh, he's hit this over the fence, I think. He has. That's a massive wicket here for the NIFF NUFFS. The dangerous Schaefer goes for just one. Raymond picks up his first wicket at the WCG, and that's a massive blow to the men in black. Well, that is just a start with the ball the NIFF NUFFS were looking for, as that wicket now brings Sean Cook to the crease at number 2. Has made some decent contributions with the bat down the ears in this tournament, and he's going to have to do the same here. So it's Raymond who's just picked up his first wicket at the WCG into Cook, and it's a swing and a miss first up, as it's a good delivery there from Raymond outside the off stump. So the hole gets even deeper here for Young Money Cash Money. 1 for 1 in the first over, as Raymond will continue around the wicket here to Cook, and this one's a full delivery, and Cook hammers this down the ground for the first boundary of the innings. So Cook underway in this run chase, and that is just what the doctor ordered. So Raymond in for the final delivery of the opening over. Here he's in now, and he's pulled his length backs here slightly, and it's a big swing and a miss there from Sean Cook to end with. He's probably thankful he didn't make contact with that, because that would have ended up in Bankstown. It's going to be the NIFF NUFFS skipper Henry Perenara to bowl the second over of the innings. Here he's in now to Cook, and this one's a wide half volley outside the off stump, and Cook gets a top edge, and I think this has gone all the way for 6. The NIFF NUFFS are pointing at something, but let's see if we can see it on this angle. Oh, it just goes out of shot, but 6 is given. So the men in black are going to need plenty more of that. Perenara will continue again now to Cook, and this one's a full delivery, and he gets a thick inside edge, I think, and it falls at his feet, and he's going to move through for a single. Well, he'd be slightly disappointed with that, you think. It was a full toss, he would have wanted to put that away, but he lost his shape, and he can only manage a single. So Perenara is in for the final delivery of the second over. Here he's in now to Cook, and he bangs this one in short, and Cook has swatted this through mid-wicket for a boundary. 14 off the Perenara over. Cook moves along to 15. It's 1 for 20. 31 to get from 10 deliveries. It's going to be Todd Lavin to bowl the third over of the innings. Here he's in now, and he floats one up on a length, and it's a wild swing and a miss there from Cook. And that is a priceless dot there for the NIFF NUFFS. So it's 31 to get off 9. They're going to have to get a wriggle on pretty shortly here, are the men in black. As Lavin is in again, and this one is slapped down the ground on this occasion. It's not a great delivery there from Lavin, and it's been put away. Young Money Cash Money 1 for 24. Well, you feel that this is the over where they're going to have to do most of the damage. As Lavin is in once again to Cook, it's a full delivery, and Cook gets his way through mid-wicket for back-to-back boundaries. Cook moves into the 20s. Young Money Cash Money 1 for 28. 23 to get from 7 deliveries. As Lavin is in once again to Cook, and this one's a full delivery. He plays his way on the leg side, but he doesn't get it away to the boundary, and you'd have to think you'd be disappointed with that. So just the one delivery left here in the Lavin over. It hasn't gone for too many, to be fair. Just a 9 off it with 1 ball remaining. Here's Lavin is in once again to Cook, and this one hits Cook on the body, and he'll move through for a leg bye to end with. 21 to get from 5. So it's going to be the debutant, Wyatt Raymond, to bowl the final over of the innings. Here he's in now, and he begins with a wayward delivery. It's a no ball, and that one will have to be re-bowled. So 20 to get off 5 deliveries. So Cook's going to have to find the boundary on regular occasions here in this final over. If the men in black are going to get home here. Here's that one's a full toss, and he's found the boundary on this occasion. Cook is asking if that was a no ball, but I think the NIFF NUFFS have escaped sanction here. This is a brilliant innings here from Cook, who moves along to 28. 16 to get off 4. So 4 boundaries will do this here for the Young Money Cash Money. As Raymond is in once again to Cook, he gets his way on the leg side, but he doesn't beat Todd Lavin there at mid-wicket. And that's a big dot ball for the NIFF NUFFS. 16 to get from 3 deliveries. As Raymond is in once again to Cook, and it's a big swing and a miss as Cook gives himself some room. It's a dot ball, and barring a catastrophe here, the NIFF NUFFS are going to get home in this opener. As Raymond will continue again now to Cook, and Cook hammers this down the ground for another boundary. It's a good innings this from Cook, but it looks like they're going to fall short. Moves to 32. So 11 needed off this final delivery. It's Raymond into Cook. Oh, but he's pushed this one down the leg side, and that one will be called a wide. So it's 10 to get now, off the one delivery. Perhaps a few nerves here for the debutant. Can he close this out? It's a good delivery to end with. A slower ball, and this one is all said and done. The NIFF NUFFS prevail in this Group A opener by 9 runs, and they have just taken a giant leap towards another quarter-final appearance here at the Australia Day T20 Big Bash. The debutant, Wyatt Raymond, holds his nerve to get the NIFF NUFFS home, and they begin their campaign with a win. Well, it was a valiant effort in the end from Young Money Cash Money, and in particular Sean Cook, but it wasn't enough to get the chocolates. The NIFF NUFFS prevail by 9 runs in this Group A opener. Sean Cook finishing 32 not out. Wyatt Raymond, the debutant, picking up the solitary wicket. Before that, the NIFF NUFFS skipper, Henry Perenara, making 42, and they rocket to the top of Group A. And as you can see on your screens now, it is the NIFF NUFFS who do sit a pretty at the top of Group A, and the NIFF NUFFS now have a must-win game against the WCG Babes if they're to keep their hopes of progressing out of the group stage alive. So as we look ahead to the next match of the tournament, it's another blockbuster to get us underway in Group B. It's the youngsters and last year's semi-finalists, the 6 offenders, taking on the 2019 champions, Wet Up, to get us underway in Group B next.